Alright. Hey yo, thank you for joining me for a Galaxy of Heroes video today. I think it'll be a short, fun one. So, as a lot of people know, the Hyperdrive bundles that came out to help us get Rey and Kylo have really helped a lot of us get ready for the event, including myself. I just unlocked mine yesterday. But I have a lot of friends in a couple of different Discord channels who are working through the quest now to get her. And they're struggling with tiers 1 and tier 2. Tier 3, as we know, is the rock, paper, scissors. It's just the same pattern over and over again. I think I have a Kylo video of the same thing, maybe. If so, it's from years ago. But yeah, delighted to have her on my roster. I love Rey. I love Kylo. It's just one of those things that I never got around to doing. And then they basically were like, hey, $40 and you can have her. It was too much of a deal for me because I know I'm not going anywhere. And I can go back to free to play pretty quickly. In fact, I did. It doesn't bother me to spend money on the game, especially when I do actually genuinely enjoy it. So here we go to the journey guide. So again, we're going to do tier 1 and tier 2. I did them a little differently than other people are suggesting. Some people are saying throw all the droids in, and that's not really how I did it. I did it with the 2 Hero Bros, and I did it with R2 and BB-8. So I'm going to throw the team in. We will go over the modding really quick, just to show you what I am rocking with. So this is going to be my Jedi Training Rey. Obviously, she looks like Galactic Legend Rey, but 256 for speed. It's not terribly fast. Decent for damage. That crit damage is nice. She's nice because she's going to constantly be dodging. She almost always has foresight, which is fantastic. BB-8, we're looking at 297, decent protection. R2, 295, just a step slower. Potency is nice. Hopefully we get a couple of those stuns. If not, we're still going to be okay. I'm not terribly worried about it. Where it really gets crazy is going to be Finn at 327. I just like having really fast hero Finn. He kind of supercharges the team, gets everything rolling, and passing it over to Poe, who has 280. But again, because you're going to be passing the turn from Finn, they're basically both at 327. So let's hop in here and show off a little bit. So we're going to do the first tier first. If I do lose my voice a little bit, I apologize. I have been talking all day. So thank you for bearing with me on that. Alright, we got some dialogue. You just tap that right away here. So BB-8's going to start. He gets a whole bunch of extra turn meter off the rip. So he's always going to start, and he's going to pump a bunch of turn meter to all your peeps. So you just do that little wiggle. Right now, because of the turn meter, the way it's fed, the droids are getting all the turn meter from BB-8. So you're going to be able to go ahead and hide everybody except Rey under stealth. Rey already had foresight, but we don't mind giving it back to her again. That's fine. We're going to go ahead and just ability block this guy. No ability block, but took away all his turn meter. We're going to go ahead and use this one. Let me pull up the description of what that does. And this is what's going to pass the turn on over to Poe. So we click on Poe, and he gets a turn. Now we're going to go ahead and hit him with this. We're going to try to get the stun on this guy, and we're going to give Inspired to Rey. Now that he's stunned, we're going to go ahead and come back to the leader. We want to get a crit on him so he loses that dominant. I think he's basically got Hux's kids. We're going to come back here. We're going to use the middle ability and call in BB-8, who's going to call in... we always hope for a stun there, but that's okay. Now we're going to mass swarm him. Hit him with the AoE, hit him a couple of times, hit him with a couple more AoEs. We're still under stealth, so we don't have to worry about all those counterattacks. Pump that turn meter here. Lead her down. Now, if there was an auto button, here's where I'd hit auto. I really don't think you can mess this up. We are going to spread Inspire to a bunch of different people. Pass it back on to Poe. Pass Inspire to R2, because why not? Bop that. Get rid of his taunt. We're going to let him sit there for a little bit and think about what he's done. Try to get that healing immunity on here. Swarm this guy down. Might kill the other two. Oh, cool. All the buffs. Come on over here. We're going to kill that guy probably by accident. And yeah, we'll pass that back on to Finn. So, I mean, I literally didn't take a hit, I don't think. It's that easy. Just control the board. You're going to have Foresight on her to start. You're going to keep Foresight on her because of R2. Super easy. Waiting for the next one to load here for us. So we're going to go ahead and do tier 2. And I'm going to rock the exact same team. The 2 droids. I can understand why some people would want C-3PO in here. C-3PO can be very fun to use, especially when he calls a bunch of people in for a mass assist. But I think BB-8, because BB-8 is the one I think a lot of people would replace. Or they might replace one of the heroes, but the heroes work so well together, it doesn't make any sense. And replacing BB-8 doesn't make sense. He's just going to pump so much turn meter that you kind of outrun everybody anyways. So, same opening. It's basically the same team, right? I mean, you got the 2 tanks, 2 attackers, and then Hux. I think it might be the same team. So we're going to pass that on over to Poe. Give Rey some of that. We're going to come over here. Again, he has dominance, but he shouldn't counterattack at all because we have the stealth. We're going to toss that for a big hit. And get the assists. Let's go ahead and steal the turn meter from the executioner. Oh no, taunting. That's terrifying. So we do take a couple of hits here. If I recall, I might have even lost somebody one time on this one, but it's not something that's going to happen often. And oops, didn't spread that around like I wanted to. That's okay. We're going to hit everybody. Hux doesn't have dominance. Dominance is going to be that blue one. There he has it now, right? We're going to go ahead and get that off of him. You crit him and it takes it right off. Pump the turn meter. Now it's just tanks. And again, you could just throw it on auto here. But that is not a thing for these. We're going to pass this over here. Mass swarm and he should be gone. Yes, more dialogue. Okay. So yeah, that's the first 2. The order for tier 3 is strike, parry, strike, feint, right? Strike, parry, strike, feint. Strike, parry. As long as you're following that one, and you pay attention, when Kylo has the big question marks above his head, means he's misplayed. You just go strike, you get your points. Remarkably easy to beat that. There's a million videos, and literally none of them are wrong. I mean, it's just, it's one of the silliest things that they ever did in this. But, so there you have it. That is the first 2 tiers of the REY event. Again, I just unlocked her yesterday, so I was just learning it myself. But I'm already in love with the character. I'm missing a Zeta, missing the ult. But there she is. I hope this helps everybody unlock her. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you for joining me.